XRP is processing about $120 billion of transactions per year now, and it's cutting into the cross-border payments system, which has been dominated by SWIFT. And they're not slowing down. They're continuing to get new partnerships and integrate their technology to try and solve this issue with SWIFT, which is very slow and very inefficient. But while XRP will continue to be the market leader in this area, its upside is limited because it's already in the over $100 billion of market cap. So there are other competitors out there with cross-border payments that can give you even bigger returns than XRP. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video today. I'm going to talk about 5 of these coins and why they're bullish and why now could be a good time to start dollar cost averaging into these coins. So hit the like button and subscribe if you're not to stay up to date. And before I get into these 5 coins, I just want to mention the overall market here. And there's not a lot to be excited about lately. The market, even when we get good news with low inflation numbers and stuff, it's still not going up that much. We did have a little bit of a uptrend here today. But if you actually compare Trump's first term and what he did compared to this term, it's actually looking very similar as far as what the stock and crypto markets are doing. So in his first term, he did implement tariffs, and the market had the same reaction where it dumped, and it was very volatile for a couple months. And then it finally started to turn up and go on an uptrend, as you can see from this chart here. And if we compare it straight across, we can see that we don't have more, like we're pretty much at the bottom or near the bottom, and that we can expect an uptrend soon if this matches what happened back in 2017. And getting into XRP, of course, there are bullish catalysts as well that I mentioned, but also once this lawsuit for XRP drops, and that's going to open the path for an approval of an ETF, and that's going to boost the price even more. And just looking at the price of XRP here, we can see that we're only down about 5% in the past month. And so this is a lot better than most other coins out there. In the past month, we've had most coins going down, 10, 15%, some of them even 30%, and some even 50, 60%. So to only be 5% down is pretty impressive for XRP right now, and it's holding very strong. And along with talking about these coins today, I did want to mention how I would allocate in a portfolio all these coins that are cross-border payments coins, so that we can integrate the stability of XRP, but also get some bigger risk reward with some of these other coins as well. So of course, XRP is a leader. So if I were to build a portfolio, and not financial advice, I'm just telling you what I do and what I've done with XRP and some other coins in this area. But I would put at least 60 to 70% of it in XRP because it's the leader. And it has all the partnerships, it has all the things that are already built into place to disrupt the SWIFT system. So when building a portfolio, and actually I do have XRP and a few other coins in this area, but right now about 85 or 90% of it is in XRP. And as we get the next leg up here, I'll probably start to diversify this a little bit more and take some of that and put it into these other coins as well. So XRP is the first coin that I would put in this portfolio that can disrupt the SWIFT system. The second one I would put in here that I like is XLM Stellar. And this is basically a direct competitor to XRP. It was started by somebody who was an executive at XRP, and then they moved over and created XLM. So it does the same things. It's similar things. It's fast transaction times, about 2 to 5 seconds, and more efficient, cost efficient as well. They also have partnerships with a few different companies like IBM, and so they're have those relationships, not as many as XRP, but they're building those out as well. And looking at the price here, you can see that it's down about 15% in the last month. So again, not as bad as some of these other coins, still more than XRP. It is on a downtrend like all these other coins I'm going to mention, but I think once we get this next leg again and XRP goes up, that these are going to reverse too. And at a $8 billion market cap, I think if XRP does a 5x, that this could easily do a 10x. The next coin here is 𝗬𝗶𝗺, and this is a high transaction volume, about 10,000, can process about 10,000 transactions per second, low latency, so it only takes a second or two to process them. And there are reports that 𝗬𝗶𝗺 is actually partnering with Swift, so they're not a direct competitor, but they actually are partnering with them to potentially integrate their technology into the Swift system. And it makes sense, right? The Swift system isn't just going to sit there and die. They're going to look at places where they can integrate blockchain technology to make their systems faster too. And similar to XLM, 𝗬𝗶𝗺 Hedera hash graph is down about 15% in the last 30 days on a downtrend. So it's about the same market cap as XLM as well. So again, if XRP does a 5x, which if we get the bull run we're expecting, I think that's likely, then I think this could do a 10x as well. So you could get even better returns here than just holding XRP. And building a portfolio, again, say you put 60% in XRP, which is probably like the minimum, unless you want to be, I mean, you can be riskier if you want, you know. But if I have 60% in XRP, then I would put 10% in each of these, 𝗬𝗶𝗺 and XLM. So now 80% of your portfolio is in these higher caps. And so you have less risk of downside. And of course, you could change these amounts if you want, depending on how much risk you want. And getting into these lower cap plays, the first one here is XCN. This is about a $400 million market cap coin, and it's a little bit different than XRP. They're focused on DeFi, but they do have cross-border payments, and they have several partnerships as well. So again, fast and efficient transactions on that layer 3 blockchain, and they're actually building a layer 1 blockchain. The downside of this is that it's not coming out until 2026, so not until likely this bull run is over, right? And looking at this chart of this coin, it's actually down more than any other coin on this list here, about 42% in the last 30 days. So it's definitely on more of a downtrend and a little riskier because that downtrend could continue, right? But we could also get a reversal here again as XRP starts going up. And then the last one here is XPR, and this is an even lower market cap, $100 million market cap. And XPR focuses again on cross-border payments as well, but they also have more focus on the end user and the blockchain. That's kind of what's built for them. But then they also have a back-end blockchain that they're building with credit unions that credit unions and other people can sort of customize on the back end how they want it. And they have several partnerships with credit unions. So they're going after a little bit smaller market, but they're still in that same space, and they have unique things. Another thing about this is that they have 0 transaction fees. So you don't pay anything when you transact on the chain, which is something that none of these other cryptos can match. And even though these other cryptos are very cheap, it just improves the user experience when you don't have to deal with something popping up and saying, this is how much this transaction is going to cost, right? It just processes it right through. So looking at this coin, this has actually done really well, like not as bad as other coins, especially considering it only has a $100 million market cap. It's only down about 6 or 7% in the last 30 days. So it hasn't crashed as much even as XCN or XLM or Hedera during that time span. And one other thing to mention, this coin is integrated with ISO 20022 standards, which is another big thing. A lot of coins that are compliant with standards, when the bull market took off a couple months ago, a lot of these ISO compliant coins took off and got really some huge gains. And I also wanted to mention a bonus coin here for all the degens, and this is not directly competitive with XRP, but it is kind of in that same space. It's more like a general use blockchain. So it's kind of a, it's very risky even compared to these other risky coins that I'm talking about. This is the Dragon coin. It only has a $16 million market cap, and it's been out for a while. It was actually a blockchain created by Disney, if you can believe that. And right after it came out, it went clear up to like over $4. And right now it's under, a cent. So this chain doesn't really have the partnerships that some of these other chains have, but it could get some momentum here just on hype alone. And if they get partnerships going and get even more into this cross-border payments sector, this is something that could explode up and, easy 10x, 20x, or more. And with these other higher risk coins, XCN, I think, could easily do up in that 10 to 20x area. And then XPR at even lower market cap, I think 15, 20, 30x or even more. And again, like if we get the golden bull run, right, then those numbers go up even more, and we could see like a 50x or 100x from these smaller cap coins. So with the remaining 20%, you could put that into XCN, XPR, and if you wanted to really risk it, you could put it into this Dragon coin as well and separate that out. So that's my ultimate portfolio. I know there are some that I didn't put in here that you guys probably like, but let me know which coin that I talked about that you liked, or if you think I missed one that should be in there, just put that in the comments. And like the video if you found it helpful, and we'll see you next time.